Everyone, it's Nancy, and today we're going to work on the Dark Fairy Journal. So I did just a couple little things on my own, but really nothing too big. So I thought we would, just continue on in here. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing all right, doing okay. It's a little hard finding some time this week, but I'm going to do my best. So I thought of something we can do on this envelope here. Let me just make sure I get my pieces out. So this is one of the envelopes, and I had done this on this side, and I cut this end off and made it a pocket. So I wanted to decorate this side here, but I didn't want to cover up the envelope too much. I really wanted it to stand out because it's such a pretty envelope. So I thought, ooh, this would look super pretty on here if we decorated it like this. This is part of a dyed doily that I got from Jacqueline, her Friday sales, Lovely's Crafting Lodge. I always have her link below. It's going to be a little tricky to get on for sure with my fabric tack, but what I'm going to do is just kind of turn it over and just kind of hit the main spots. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna just try it. I'm still trying to empty out this last bottle. I haven't used my fabric tack too much, but we're gonna do our best. So I'm gonna kind of hit the main deals here, the thicker parts here. And I don't mind if it's not completely glued down. It doesn't have to be, just the main part. I just want to hold on to this, and I probably should be doing this over here in case I drop it, because that would not be good. Yeah, so I hope you're all doing well. Hope you all had a nice 4th of July. We did. We had our town parade, and that was always fun, and barbecued with the kids and grandkids, so it was nice. Just family, being with family, that's what it's all about. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that for now and see what we can get put on here. So I'm going to grab it. Okay, and I'm going to lay it down kind of on the middle. Already, see? I'm going to put it there. There we go. And I'm just going to stretch it out a little and push that down. Might have to cut that piece off there. And I know I'm making a mess of it, but it's okay because we're going to decorate on top of it a little. So let me cut this piece off here because I don't want it to be in the corner. And this one little piece here I will. Okay, that should be good. All right, so, and I can always get those glued down, but I think it's going to be fine because I've got the main areas down. Okay, all right. So then I was thinking of taking one of my floral wreaths and putting that on. And then I was thinking of hiding a little fairy sitting in the flowers here in here like that, and I was just going to put a mushroom like that, and a couple mushrooms I think I was going to do. Maybe this one behind her, like it's taller, like that. So I'm just trying to see if I can get some of this stringy glue out. There we go. I don't mind that these edges are up because it's not going anywhere once I glue it down. So I think I'm going to put the mushroom down. Now I better do this first. And I am going to have to use the fabric tack again because it's getting glued onto that. So let me just put that there. and see if I can hit it. This is going to be tricky for me here. So let me see. I think it would be fine with my wet glue too, the Barely Arts, but I'm going to hit it a few times with this. I think so. Let me get this, just a few on the bigger areas here. So I don't want to make a mess of it. So I think I'll give some of the bigger leaves this. And I guess it's time, you just, because it's expensive, you just want to, here, let me just get a wipe here. I'm going to wipe this tip off because it's a mess here. It's a real big mess here. So, how's your summers going? It's July already, right? Oh my goodness. July. I can hold on to it. There we go. Yep, it is going by fast, I think, too. Yeah, it's going by fast already. We're saying kids are going back to school next month already. I don't want it to happen. I want my grandkids around a little longer. But we're making the best of the time that we have. And that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. Okay, I think I've got it enough that I think that's going to be good. I'm going to have to do it with the wet glue. I think it'll be easier to get more, but I've got some bigger spots hit with that. So I'll just kind of go on here like that. That's the only thing. This is so cute, but boy, it's kind of hard to glue down because there's so many little parts here. But it'll be worth it though, because it looks good. Okay, almost there. I know it's not fun watching paint dry here, right? It's like watching paint dry when you're trying to get something like this glued. Okay. All right, here I go. So I'm going to grab it, move this out of the way, and I'm going to put this on like that. That's going to look good. Press it down. Okay, and then before it completely dries, I'm going to get my glue book over here more. And just give this a little inking here. And then we'll get this little scene done here. Okay. So I'm going to put that here, like about there. And then we're going to get the little, I'm going to tuck that in there. This little, it's going to go down there. I think I'm going to tuck her in a little better. So I already inked her. Okay. I didn't know if I was going to even get a video done because just time was flying by and we had things, so many things going on that I didn't even know if I would get one done this week, or at least the beginning of the week. Why can't I tuck that in there? Let me get her in there. There we go. Okay, now I got her in. Okay. All right. Okay, she's in. Now I gotta get this other little mushroom in. you know, you have the best intentions, right? And then other things come up and take precedence sometimes. Let's see, I'm going to put this one here on the outside of her. Okay, and then I just have a couple of my little flowers I was going to tuck in here like that, just to give it some pop of purple, because there's never enough purple for me, you know. Never enough purple for me. Oh. There's always room for purple. Okay, where's my tweezers here? I straightened up my desk here, went through some things. Don't you love when you straighten it up and move things around? And it looks really, really good until you want to find something again, and then it's not where you always knew it was because you moved it. Oh my gosh, I do that all the time. I made myself a nice room here on my desk, so I had more room to craft, just kind of refigured a few things. And yeah, then you can't find stuff, so there we go. Okay, I like how that turned out. That's super cute. I can always go around and, you know, fiddle around and do a few more things, but I'll do that off camera. I think you get the gist of what I'm doing here. So that's really cute. Something different, right? Some texture. So let's work on a tag to go in there. And I already kind of pre-cut and inked a few things. So let me show you what I have here. So I already measured what I could fit in there. And this is from that Michael's pad of paper that I showed you in the previous videos that I had. And it says a little green magic goes far. But you can see it's got the mushrooms and everything. And I sewed on some of the hand-dyed gauze from Jacqueline's shop. I rounded the corners and I inked it with forest moss. And so what I want to do is I have one of my pretty vinyl leaf stickers. And what I like about them is they're not super shiny, so they look really good in this journal. I've used them a few times. I have a fairy. She's holding a dragonfly, and then I have a couple of purple flowers. So I'm using this as the background. This is the tab to pull it out of the envelope. So what I want to do is kind of put this here like it's coming out of the jar with the other flowers. And I'm going to tuck her here like that, and we'll tuck the purple flowers on her. And I think that's super, super cute. I ripped it out off a page. So let me get this off. And see, it comes off pretty good from the plastic backing. Just got to get it started. As I say that, I can't get it off, but there we go. I got it now. So I just pulled that off, and it has a nice stick to it. So I'm going to kind of put it all the way to the top here like that. And then I'm going to glue her on, kind of tuck her under here like that. So you can tell that's kind of coming out of the bottle. So let's get her glued on, and then a couple of, oh, I got glue. I was wondering what happened there. Her little ear thing here. So I put one of those tiny little dragonflies in her hand. So like it landed on her hand is what I was going for. And the other thing I thought too, remember, usually when I make the Reader Digest journals, I usually do that, the Tim Holtz screw knob and the enclosure. But I think this journal, I think I want to just not do that this time. And I want to just tie it with some pretty, either sari or something to that effect. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Just, you know, to be delicate, to be different. All right, I am going to put some of this here. I thought I would do that. And then just kind of put it out like that. So let me get that glued on. Okay. I'm going to tuck that right here and let that go across here like that. And the same on the other. Oops. Okay, let me get that one put on, and that one's going to just come out as well from here, kind of across the bottom of her, like a vine coming down and out. So just something simple like that, but I think that design of that paper goes perfect with this. So there we go. We've got her with her, and like I say, sewed that on. I did ink around it. That's a cute little journal card, and that should fit just fine. Make sure, probably should leave it out to dry. I'm going to leave it out to dry, but it's going to go in this envelope here, so it's going to look like this. So you're going to have the tab out. This will fit perfectly, and that'll be the tab to pull it out, okay? So I'm not going to put it in there because I want it to dry. So let's put that there for now. And let's see, what else do I have here? What else do I have? Oh, so I finally found something to put thread through the green paper. Now, I think Kim suggested to get eyelash yarn, and I went to Hobby Lobby with my daughter the other day, and I said, oh, I got to go by the yarn section. And as I got to the yarn section, this yarn caught my eye. It's like a dark plum, soft, very soft, thin, and it's got a little bit of glimmer in it. And I just said, oh, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. So I wove that through, and I think it looks good. I just left this piece hang down and I knotted it. So this is a top loading here. So I have to make a tag for this. So there's that yet to do, but I just wanted to show you that's what I ended up getting, and I used it on the other side as well, which you'll see. There's our middle, which I love. I had done this, put the pocket here, and then I did weave that in here, and then I put this picture of a fairy in this little pocket on the front here. Like that, she can peek up, and then I already had this journal card made for this pocket here. I made this one a side one, the other one a top one. So there's that. And then on this side, these little cards, I saw Carol Laws use them, and I bought the digital, and I will have to remember the name and look for it and put it down, unless I already did, I'm not sure. But it's all these little blank type of little cards and journaling kind of things, different shapes, different borders, and I thought these were fantastic. And Carol did a really cute, she decorated each one, and I thought this is versatile. This can go in any journal. So I'll have to look again to see what the name of the shop is. I might have it down there, but if not, I'll look it up and make sure I get it down there. Just right now off the top of my head, I don't have it, but they're really nice. So what I did was I took one, it has green around it. I did use my Tim Holtz, this is called Rose's Layering Stencil THS075, and I did some just stenciling around there, and I used two of the flowers from the kit, and I made them like little tuck spots here, so you can take that out and write on that or write on the back. So I did that, and then we still have some more decorating, but let's see, what else did I put in here to do. Not that yet. It must be in here. Oh, so I told you last time I did glue this fairy house with some greenery here, and I put this in here as a journal card. So a tuck on there, and I think that looks super pretty behind there. Just simple, but there. I didn't do anything for this tag yet. I know I've got something, so we did that already, yeah. Nope, not yet. I know I have something else to do here. Okay, so let me put one of my hands here. So on this pocket here, this is part of the dyed paper here. And what I did was I folded part of this down to make the show it that it's a pocket, and I made a tie through the whole of the paper. I tied it with that ribbon, and then I stuck a journal card in there. But I wanted to put something on the here. So I have one of my flowers. I have the stack of books here, like that. And then this one says fairy tales. And I'm going to put that here so the books are like the fairy tales. So I'm going to glue this on the pocket up in here. So let me do that. So I'm going to put that here. So when you take the tag out, you'll see that. And then I'm going to put this green here. Let me get some of that glue off my hand. I'll tell you, it does help if your hands are a little sticky. It kind of grabs the decal off. Let me do that. And I'm going to place that here, like so. Like that. And the little stack of books, the fairy tales, I want to put right there. But let me get it inked a little bit. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to put that right about here. So that could be the fairy tale books, right? And it's just a cute little pocket. And then I ink this card up here, and this will go in here. Like that. Like that. Okay. Real simple. Those I'm going to cut out. Okay, so here on this page here, okay, so here's the other envelope right here. And I wanted to show you, I didn't make this a side one. I cut the top off. So this is going to be a top loading pocket, which I just realized, I sewed the tab on the side again. Okay, because I wasn't thinking that this was a side loading, so I'm going to have to fix the tab. I will have to somehow, oh, I guess I wasn't thinking. Anyway, I did make this a top loading, so I don't think it's going to fit very well in here with that side. So I'm going to have to redo the tag. I'll probably have to redo this now. So what I'm going to do is cut a new piece of this. This is from that kit, the paper pad that I had from Michael's, and I think it's perfect with the purple and the mushrooms. I mean, it's really going well with this kit. So we're gonna have to cut a new piece, and I can always sew that on after. So let me find a piece of that paper from here, and I should have a piece. Hopefully I do. Let me see here. Let me see what I have here. Oh, no, that's not it. Let me go through. Here's a piece. No, I don't think that's going to work. I hope I have another piece of this. Or I might have to figure something else out. Let me look in the paper pad here. But I love this. Goes so well with this, doesn't it? This This paper goes so well. If this doesn't work, I'll have to unstitch that and fix something on the side. But let me see if I have another piece of that in here. I have the purple mushrooms. Oh dear, I might have used it up already. Let's see. I can't seem to fan this out here. I've got the purple mushrooms, and I can always use that, I think, but I really wanted to use, ooh, that might have been it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So what we'll do is take this, well, I'm going to leave it on for now. I'm going to leave this on for now. And I'll use it either in here or I'll use it in something else, a different pocket. But we're going to continue on this one because I already did that. So I guess I wasn't thinking, it happened. So what I want to do on here is I have another green. I have one of the men from the kit and the lady. And I want to put them there, something like that. And I want to put this one flower between them. And then this little tag here that says love. Because they're in love. Maybe they're the head fairies. Head fairies, right? Oh, and did I show you? I didn't. So I decorated the front of the envelope. This is the lighter color envelope, which I didn't think of the back yet. But what I did was I cut the purple mushroom paper and I glued the dyed gauze on this side of the envelope and then glued the purple on, and then I decorated it with some jars and a moth. So I think that's really pretty and more texture here. So that's what I did there. So let me get this on, and I'm going to put that right in the middle here, like about there. Oops. And of course it didn't go down right, did it? I will fix it. Let's see if I can pull this up again. Slowly, carefully. There we go. Okay, here we go. All right, and then we're going to, did I ink? Yeah, I already inked them. He's got the antlers here, so I've got to try to make sure I get glue on those antlers of his, whatever you want to call them, from his head here. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to make one a top loading, but I guess I wasn't thinking, and I sewed that tab on, but I will figure it out and I will fix it. So, right, he's going to go here on one side, like that, and then this fairy will go across. Okay, and then she, let me grab her, she's going to be standing next to him like that. Okay, and then I wanted to put this flower right between them because I feel like it joins them, and then we're going to put the love on the top because they're in love. Maybe they're the leaders of the fairies here in this little garden. So I already inked around that. Okay. Yeah, I was glad I found this scrapbook paper because it's just perfect with this kit. I'm going to put that right between them because I feel like it joins them. Oh, a little bit too much glue there. Okay. That works out. So that looks kind of neat with that background, I think. And then I did use the rose and kind of just gussied up the back of it a little bit for writing, you know, because I think I have to do it on the other one I just showed you too, because I need a little color. I need a little bit of color. So that looks good. And like I said, I didn't make it a top, but I'm going to try to put it in there anyway, aren't I? I will have to not do that. Okay, I'm not going to play with that, but that will go into this envelope. I will just maybe just kind of cut this off, leave it there as a, that's what I'm going to do. Where's my scissors here? Okay, scissors, yep. I am going to cut this off and leave it as just a rough edge here, like that. Just as a decoration, kind of rough it up a little bit there. And then I will do a new tab. A new tab. So this will go in here. It's fine, adds texture, right? And see, that will go right down in there. But not yet, because I needed to glue. Why do we always want to put things in pockets before they glue, before the glue sets? We always want to shove it in there, don't we? I do, at least I do. Okay, so that's really cute. Okay, so that's done. Haven't done anything there yet. We're gonna figure out something there. This one here is a pocket, and what I did was I folded up a piece of that hand-dyed paper in there and stuck it in there for journaling. I might add something else here. We still have to do this. I love those little fairies. On this side here, I was going to make, here's one of those cards, and I was going to, I did a little stencil. I want to make another one of those here, but this time I want to use a flower as the tuck holder and this cute little fairy here. So what I want to do is see where I need to put the glue. So I'm not going to put glue there. And I'm going to just kind of glue it around here. Hold it in place. And then hold that down where you're going to put that. And then the fairy is going to, so I'm definitely putting glue on the feet from the knee down and a little bit on the side wings here. So that's what I'll do there. So from the knee down, and then on the wings here, like that. And that will be the other part that holds this tag in place. Like that. We just got to hold that there now. So that's kind of a fun way of adding a little journaling spot. Just put my glue cover here. So that'll stay there. And then you can always just slide this, slide this little card out, write on it, whatever, and then tuck this back in under the flower and the fairy. Like that. All right, so there's that one. That's cute. Oh, so this is the last page in here. I made a pocket. This was from also that paper pad, and I saw that, and it had the skeleton hand with the herbs and the mushrooms, and I have the skeleton fairies in here with the herbs and mushrooms, and I thought it looked super cool. All I did was tear around the image, glue it on, and it's a pocket. So this one might be, I don't know if this one will fit. No, it needs to be a little smaller of a tag in here. But I'll make a cut of tag, or we can see what we have here. Oh, and I need to make a belly band yet. See, like something like this will fit in there, so we'll figure that out. I need to make a belly band with now where did they go? Oh, I need to make a belly band with this. I was thinking of keeping these three together, and I wanted to make a belly band for somewhere in here. Where did I want it to go? Where was I going to put this now? Was I going to do it here? I think I was going to do it on one of these blank pages here. Or was it this? I guess it doesn't matter which one I do. Either one. Maybe this one. Maybe I think I was going to do it there. But I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. So I think that's what I'm thinking about before. I must have misplaced my piece that I was going to make with this. Oh, a little discombobulated, I guess, today, huh? Okay, well, I must have misplaced it somewhere here. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to look for it. And probably, was I going to use the green? I don't know if I was going to use a piece of the green cardstock. Well, I apologize that I don't have my act together today, because I guess I don't. But this will probably have to wait to the next one. Gosh, I'm so sorry about that. What I was going to do here on these is I cut the skeleton fairies out, and I kind of put them on this page here so they don't stand out really well, but they're like hidden among the flowers, like I did on this page back here. Where did I do it here? I kind of like that they're hidden. See, like this one, you don't really notice unless I point it out to you. And I thought it was kind of cool. So they're not standing out too much, but, you know, I did make that faux pocket here. So I did print it again. I made the faux pocket, gave it a little greenery and a flower, and took one of Amy's journaling cards, stuck it in there, and of course a couple of the potion bottles are in there too. So that's really cute. We did that. Let's see if I can get this in here now. It should work. Should go in here. It should be dry now. We should get that in there just fine. There we go. There we go. So then we have that tag, the tab to pull it out. See? That looks pretty. I like that. That looks really nice. Okay, that turned out good. So there's that. And so I still have to make a tag for that. We have to make something to go in this pocket here. And then that's fine. I'll probably just do a little, let's see what we have that we can put here. A little something. I have my dish of all the pieces here, so sometimes it's hard to pick out things, but it doesn't hurt to have a little green and a jar maybe. How's that? One of these jars here just to decorate. It's a nice little journaling area. I like Amy's kit that has these little areas here that are just perfect for, you know, writing down. And I'm thinking something like that would look really good. So I'll get some glue on there. Yeah, I had a piece cut for the belly band, but I I can't find it, and I want to waste your time looking for it, so I will get my act together, and then we'll just have to finish it in the next video then. I don't think there'll be too much more to this journal. I think maybe a couple more videos and we should be done with it, is what I'm guessing. I do, you know, some of the little things I just kind of add on as I think about it. But just a little something to decorate that. Maybe I always like to add these little bits of flowers too. That might be cute on there. Okay. Let me put that on there. Right about there. Yeah, just a little something there. And that's done there. That's done. Okay, maybe a little something here, maybe not. Maybe that's fine the way it is. And then, oh, we have these cards we have to decorate too, the 2 journal cards that are in the sleeve. So we still have that to do yet, for sure. Okay, all right, well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to find all my pieces, and I'll get back to you with another video to try to finish this up in the next couple of videos here. I think we can get to it in the next couple of videos. Okay, friends? All right, well, I hope you like it. It's getting nice and chunky. It's not too chunky, but it's like nice and full. It's just like perfect. I love it, how it looks. So, all right, friends, thanks so much for hanging with me, and I hope you have a great day. Take care now. Bye.